All right, we're live here. Well, I guess we're not live.
We're not
but
live. We're
recording.
Memorex.
There you go. Well, we were just sitting here talking, and you were
Right.
telling me a little bit about your story of.
Basically, I'm a recovering alcohol addict. God delivered me 7.5 years ago from a really bad meth addiction. I've been on the streets off and on for the past 10 years. I've ended up in prison over my addictions and everything. And, most recently I've been blessed with being able to get up off the streets. But as being somebody that's been on the streets for a minute, a single female by myself, it's really hard. There needs to be like some kind of safe camp or something for us as women to be able to go to. I'm not saying men can't be there, but someplace to where we're not having to rely on a guy to keep us safe, and that said guy turns around and beats the holy crap out of us. Unfortunately, it happened to me and a couple other women that are on the streets right now. It's kind of, aside from just like the abuse itself, it just like it wears you down.
So you've been, camping or
Yes,
shelters?
No. I've been in shelters, but I've been in a tent more often than in shelters.
Okay, and why weren't you staying in a shelter?
Money, and I didn't have an ID for the longest time, and a lot of the shelters won't let you in without an ID.
Really?
Yeah.
Gotcha. So how long were you camping or in a tent?
This last time I was camping for about 2.5 months.
All right. And you started out doing that alone, or?
Yes. And then I met up with a friend that I'd known for 20 years, and it didn't turn out good. Like I said, he ended up beating me up pretty bad, and I'm still healing, but God's got me, and I was blessed with an opportunity of being able to get up off the streets and going back to work for a guy out in Beat Eyes, Texas that I used to work for, and I'm now helping raise and breed Longhorn.
So the only thing, standing between you and a place and all that sort of stuff was money and a job?
Yeah, basically that's it, because like I said, I've been clean for 7.5 years,
Gotcha.
And that was it. And the main thing was just having an ID, because nobody's going to hire you without an ID and a social security card.
Right.
And, when I came out of prison, I had my prison ID, but I wasn't able to I didn't have the finances to be able to get my ID and birth certificate and social security card and everything right then. So luckily I've been blessed with really good people in my life, and they helped me get it.
So you needed ID and all that sort of stuff in order to get a job?
Yes.
And how long did it take you to get all your ID and stuff put together?
All said and done, it took about 6 months.
6 months?
Yeah, to be able to get my ID, my birth certificate, and I was born in the state of Texas, and it still took me a while. My social security card and everything, so I'm like completely legit now. And
what was the hardest part about getting that stuff?
Just starting the process, because you can't get a social without an ID, and you can't get an ID without a social. It's that catch-22, you gotta love Texas.
Gotcha. Any advice to, anybody that may find themselves in a situation where they can't be in a shelter for some reason and are on the streets, and maybe they're a single female?
Basically, watch who you hang with. Stick with people that you know are moving up and not stuck. People that want to do better for themselves. And number one is turn to God. That's the number one thing that's kept me safe, even through the struggles and everything. He's always been there for me. So
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing.
You're welcome. Y'all have a great day.